Hello, students. How are you all doing? I really thank God for the opportunity given to us to continue our studies regardless of the pandemic. So I urge you all to take this opportunity given to us seriously. Do not let the effort and labor of your teachers to be in vain. I am still your basic science teacher. So I want you to get your basic science textbook, your notebook, and your pen. It should be with you. All of them should be with you now. You will agree with me that last time we started discussing the different systems of the body. You can mention them one after the other. You know them. Talked about skeletal system, circulatory system, respiratory system, digestive system, reproductive system. And this term, for the first week, we are going to be concluding everything about system, and we are going to be handling the last one, which is the human excretory system. So for this week, we are going to be discussing the human excretory system. But before we start, we are going to take the lesson objectives for today. So we have here, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to 1. Define excretion. I believe that you're writing. Open your notebook and your pen. Open your notebook, get your pen, and write. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to 1. Define excretion. Are you there with me? The second one, explain excretory system. The third one, mention human excretory organs and their waste products. When we talk about waste products, when we are discussing it, you're going to know what it's all about. Write down the objectives in your notebook. I want to see them in your notebook. By now, I believe that you should have finished writing objectives we have for today. Okay, now we are going to go over to the meaning of excretion and excretory system. When you hear the word excretion, what comes to mind? Can you answer me that? Think. What comes to mind? I want to hear your answer. Okay. You must have said something. All right. Let's see what we have here. Say that excretion is the process by which waste products of metabolism are removed from the body. Can I hear you say it? Okay. Last time we talked about digestive system, where we discussed that digestion involves the breaking down of food substances into smaller particles that can easily be absorbed into the bloodstream. Am I right? Good. Now, after the absorption of these nutrients, there are some that are not useful. There are some of the things we eat, some of the nutrients after digestion, they are not useful, and allowing them to stay in the body will cause harm, and therefore excretion becomes necessary. So the process by which those waste products are removed from the body is what we call excretion. Do we get it now? Okay. Now, excretory system. Hope you are writing. You have to write down the meaning of excretion in your note. Write down this in your note. Now, what is excretory system? With your knowledge of what digestive system is, because we've talked about that, can you tell us what excretory system is? Okay. Excretory system constitutes of all the organs of the body involved in excretion. Whenever you hear excretion, I've told us last time, system talks about the different organs or parts of the body that come together to perform a specific task or function. So excretory system consists of all the organs of the body involved in excretion. All the organs of the body that are involved in excretion is what we call, when you bring all of them together, we call them what? Excretory system. They make up the excretory system. Do we get it? So we say that excretory waste are released from the body cells. They are released from the body cells. Okay, when we talk about excretory waste being released from the body cells, because nutrients are absorbed into the what? Body cells. Am I right? Good. So in the same way, those ones that are not needed will also be released from the body cells. Okay, and some of the excretory waste are, we have carbon dioxide, excess water, we have salt, we have urea, bile, pigment. Carbon dioxide, when we respire, we take in oxygen. Am I right? Good. Then after that, the one that is not needed is what? Carbon dioxide. What happened? It will be what? Excreted out. It will be released. We have excess water, we have salt, urea, and bile pigment. I believe that you're still writing. I believe that you're writing. Now, this is very important because most times, whenever you hear excretion, most people will jump and answer that excretion is all about physics. Whenever they hear the word excretion, physics comes to mind. And most times in an external examination, examiners will always put physics as part of the options when asking about waste product of the body or excretory waste. Now, I want you to note this. Look at it. Physics is not an excretory waste. Physics is not an excretory waste. Physics consists of undigested food materials from the digestive system passed out in form of semi-solids through the anus. Remember, I told you that excretion talks about waste products. Those ones have been digested, but after digestion, it was discovered that they are what? No longer needed. They are not useful. Those products are called excretory what? Waste. But physics are those food particles or substances that were not digested at all. So we say that physics consists of undigested food materials from the digestive system passed out in form of what? Semi-solids through the anus. So whenever you are being asked to mention or to list excretory waste, please do not mention physics, because physics is not an excretory waste. Do we get it? Hope you are still writing. Right. Now we are going to talk about human excretory organs and their waste products. We are just going to mention the organs of the body that are involved in excretion and the waste products that they release. The waste that they release. Okay. I know by now some of you will be raising your hand to answer that. Okay. Because in one of our lessons we've mentioned them. So, but let's look at it. Let's look at it. Just like we've said earlier, here this bullet says, the human excretory system consists of different organs of the body, which collectively ensure the removal of different waste products. Consists of different organs of the body, which collectively ensure the removal of different waste products. So let's now look at the excretory organs and the waste that they release. We have here, look at this table. The first one, we have kidney. And kidney is involved with excreting urine, releasing what? Urine. We have the second one, skin. I know most of you will mention sweat immediately. So skin is in charge of what? Excreting sweat. The third one, lungs. The waste product it releases is carbon dioxide. The fourth is liver, which is in charge of what? Excreting bile pigment. Draw the table in your note. Draw the table now in your note. Give it the opportunity to draw it now in your note. Hope you are doing that. Okay. Now let's look at the diagrams of the different excretory organs. The diagrams of the different excretory organs. Remember, we're talking about the human excretory organs. So this one, we have the skin. You can see it there. Can you see it? We have the skin here. Okay. The skin, we said, is what? In charge of excreting sweat from the body. There are some other functions of the skin, but here we are concerned about the excretory function of the skin. We are concerned with the excretory function of the skin, in as much as we know that skin helps to do so many other things, but that's not what we are discussing now. We are talking about skin regarding excretion. Okay. We have the lungs. Can someone mention the waste product that lung releases? Can someone mention that? Good. Carbon dioxide. So you can see the lung there. Can you see? Yes. This is what? The lungs. Okay. That is the lungs that is concerned with releasing carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. Releasing carbon dioxide from the body cells into the environment. Okay. Then we have another one. We have the liver here. Liver. What do we say that liver excretes? Can someone mention it? Bile pigment. Bile pigment. Liver is concerned with excreting bile pigment. Then the last but not the least is the one we call the kidney. Kidney. This is the longitudinal section of the human kidney. That is to say, it has been cut vertically to reveal so many things inside it. So you have the cortex, the medulla, we have the arteries. So at the end of the day, you're going to draw this diagram. This is the longitudinal section of the human kidney. And kidney is primarily concerned with what? Releasing urine from the body. Kidney is primarily concerned with what? Releasing urine from the human body. Okay, so when next we come, we are going to take all these organs one after the other, and we are going to explain how they are involved in excretion, the processes involved in excretion, how they help in excreting those waste products that we've talked about. We are going to take each organ and discuss it one after the other. Okay, I believe that by now you must have finished writing. You must have finished writing believe that by now you must have finished writing the notes. If you are not yet done, you do that very fast. Okay? Do that very fast. If you are done, close your notebook, close your textbook, put your pen down and listen to me. If you are done writing notes, close your notebook, keep your pen down and listen to me. I want to see how far you've learned. So, I want to ask you, what is excretion? What is excretion? Can answer that. I want to hear it. What is excretion? Without looking into your notebook, can you tell us what excretion is all about? Very good. Excretion is the process by which waste products of metabolism are released from the body. Good. The second one says, explain human excretory system. Explain human excretory system. Okay, I'm waiting for your answer. Remember, without looking into your note, what do you understand by the term human excretory system? Okay, think. All right, good. Human excretory system constitutes of all the organs of the body that are involved in excretion. That is to say, all the organs of the body that are involved in releasing waste products from the body. And the last but not the least is state 3 human excretory organs and their waste products. State 3 human excretory organs and their waste products. Oh, you'll be jumping up to answer this question, so I want to hear your answer. You mention the organs, you tell us the waste product that particular organ releases or excretes. Okay, let me hear your answers. Okay, someone, skin, in charge of releasing sweat or excreting sweat. Talked about kidney, that's involved in excreting urine. Talked about which one again? The liver, that is in charge of excreting what? Bile pigment. We also talked about which other one? The lungs, that are involved in releasing carbon dioxide. Remember, I told you that in our next class, we are going to take the different organs one after the other. We are going to discuss how they are involved in what? Excretion. And we are going to also discuss the need for excretion, why it's important to do what? Excrete. Why it's very important that we human beings are what? Why it's very important that human beings do what? Excrete. Because when waste products are not released from the body, there is a what? Problem. So when next week come, we are going to look at the need for excretion. Okay? Having answered this, I want you to open your notebook and write down this assignment. Open your notebook and write down this assignment. The first one, okay, the assignment is draw the diagram of the following. First one is what? The human skin. Draw the diagram of the human skin. The second one is what? Draw the diagram of the longitudinal section of the human kidney. I told you that when kidney is cut vertically, you have the longitudinal section, just like we have here. This is the longitudinal section of the human kidney. Okay, you also have it in your textbook. So get your textbook open to the page where we have excretory system. You will see the diagram there. I want you to draw it in your notebook. Okay, to be submitted to me. Thank you, and make sure you write down notes. Make sure your notes are complete. See you next time. Thank you.